Hello, and welcome again to this virtual space with True North Insight and myself, Tatiana. So, taking a few moments to just arrive to the space if you're here, or if you're home and replaying this video, taking a moment to choose whatever position you want to adopt for this practice. And so, for this morning's practice, we are addressing a theme within the context of self-compassion. And this last week, we're gonna practice with forgiveness. And now, this is, as I just said, just a practice. So it might be best to not force yourself to give what you're not ready to give, or say what you're not ready to say at this time. It's just for you, it's your own practice. So simply acknowledge what comes up with you with every single instruction, and just try to be present and follow as best as you can. And we will begin our formal practice with the sound of the gong, and we'll finish in the same way. So closing your eyes or gazing to a fixed point, maybe in front of you, whatever feels comfortable for you. Settling with the last vibrations of the sound. Setting an intention for calm, for presence, and slowly becoming aware with the body breathing. Becoming aware of the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Without controlling in any way, as best as we can. Simply just being aware of how it feels for this particular unit, for this particular body to be breathing right now. When we're ready, expanding our awareness beyond the breath, including the body, the entire body. Gently and as best as we can in an uncomplicated way, noticing sensations in the body, internally and externally. Acknowledging or noticing thoughts or activity in the mind as it comes and goes. And just noticing that activity as another passing thing, event, maybe turning our attention to the exhale as we let it go. When we're ready, we bring our attention to emotions that arise in the body or the mind or the heart space, however that is in our own experience. Simply noticing how we're feeling right now. And gently, maybe shifting between this physical and non physical experience of this moment. And gently gathering the attention back to breath, knowing that we can come back to the breath as an anchor whenever we need, whenever it feels appropriate for us in this practice. And so we keep letting the awareness follow or be anchored in and through the body. Or the breath, whatever feels supportive. Allowing that kind attention to be where it wants to be. And setting an intention for relaxation as best as we can. And gathering everything in a bubble and just allowing whatever is present in this our unique reality to be just as it is. And now, gently and in a friendly way, bringing to mind and heart someone or something or a situation that you may feel or we may feel we've caused harm, either intentionally or unintentionally. Maybe an event that seems unresolved or difficult, particular being that makes these things arise in us in the most natural way possible right now. And so taking a moment to visualize this, and when we're ready, if we're ready, we allow ourselves or encourage ourselves to ask for forgiveness for however it is that we've harmed this person intentionally or unintentionally, or for this event or action that is bringing this energy to this moment right now. And we may want to say this internally in silence in our heads. We're just feeling in the energy that arises with these words. We may say, "Forgive me." Forgive me for my actions, whether they were intentional or unintentional. I acknowledge that I may have caused harm. And so trusting ourselves and our own guidance. And exploring this practice as best as we can without getting too lost in details or the context or the story or whatever it is that may have happened. We conclude this part just repeating silently in the most kind and friendly way that it's available for us. May I be forgiven. May I be forgiven. And feeling into this as the words settle inside of us, in our mind and heart space. And combining this forgiveness practice with an intention for healing, with an intention for asking and receiving forgiveness as an act of compassion to ourselves. And taking a few breaths at our own pace and rhythm and in our own unique form. Letting go of what just happened. Noticing how we're feeling right now. And we continue this exploration as best as we can. And now bringing to mind and heart someone that may have caused us harm intentionally or unintentionally. Or something, an event, an interaction, system in society. Whatever feels appropriate for this practice of forgiveness, whatever comes to us in the moment naturally. Someone or something that may have caused us harm. Allowing that to arise as we maintain our anchor in the present, knowing that we are here and now, even though we're calling in this event or this person or this system. And when and if we're ready, we begin to offer them forgiveness. And saying, I forgive you. Forgive you for the ways that you have harmed me intentionally or unintentionally. Sometimes when we're here, we might experience some contractions as we breathe. So reminding ourselves gently to breathe as fully as it may be possible for this body. Breathe as we offer our forgiveness as best as we can. Offering this forgiveness with an intention for healing, reconciliation, peace, for our well-being. Noticing what's happening in our experience. Bringing the awareness back to the breath, the body. Letting go of this practice. of this visualization. And we gently bring ourselves to the next exploration. We now visualize ourselves as best as we can, maybe inviting in some details of our appearance, or maybe some felt sense of our own self, our own creature, our own being. Inviting or bringing to mind and heart a situation or a person, someone, an event, an energy for which we may wish to forgive ourselves, for ways we may have harmed ourselves intentionally or unintentionally. So allowing whatever is present to arise in the most natural way one more time. And to what is here and now, when we're ready at our own pace. If it feels appropriate, using the way in which we call ourselves, maybe by a name or a nickname or whatever word we use to refer to this entity, this unique self. When we're ready, we say, I forgive you. I forgive you. Or may I forgive myself. May I forgive myself. We may repeat this silently as many times as we desire, as as many times as it feels appropriate for our own experience. Bringing the awareness to what's present, bringing in a sense of trust in ourselves to offer this forgiveness in whatever way that feels right for us, with an intention for healing, for reconciliation, for peace, for well being. And when we're ready, letting go of the visualization, images, thoughts, energy, letting go as best as we can, bringing gently, in a friendly, kind way, the attention back to the body, to the breath. And now taking a moment to invite in some gratitude to ourselves for taking this time to offer and receive forgiveness, to just practice forgiveness. Some gratitude for that deep intention for healing, for taking care of our own experience, our own hearts, for moving into a wholesome desire of freedom, and we bring the attention one last time within this practice to the breath, being with, knowing the breath. And coming back to this different form of awareness now that we have finished our practice together. And thank you so much for coming to this virtual space with True North, for sharing your practice, and for being open to explore with this theme of self-compassion for this past weeks. So whether it was your first time today, or maybe if you've been following these practices, you're welcome to revise them whenever you want and just go over them. And if ever there's any question or even feedback, I'm very welcome and open to receive it, and it's an honor for me. So you will find some information about the practice and myself underneath the video. And the next week we will be practicing with the exact same practice, but it will be guided in Spanish. So if you have friends or people in the community that speak Spanish, please invite them. And yeah, so that we can keep the ball rolling and having more people practicing in ways that makes them feel supported and comfortable. So again, thank you. And wishing you a restful day. Bye.